Hey guys, it's Petey. You may want to head over to the David Gilmour official David Gilmour channel. He's got a preview up for a song that's going to be on his new solo album. Yes, I Have Ghosts. Now the video is a peek at when he did the Pompeii. He played a show at Pompeii, which I would have really loved to have been there for that. I know I'm always talking about why I do not care for David Gilmour. Now then there's the other side of that is his part in Pink Floyd. I don't deny that. I don't deny his voice, his musicianship, and his guitar playing is incredible. I'm a very respectful and huge fan. But the other side of it, his politics and how he's carried himself and alienated the band, the name Pink Floyd from Roger Waters, that's where I take issue now. Albums like, About Face, I don't know what to say about it. I liked some of it. Some of it I didn't like. Let's Get Metaphysical is the best guitar instrumental, I think, in existence. I'll say it. It's incredible. I would love to cover that. I would love to attempt to learn it and play it if I could get a backing track that did not have the guitar on it. Unfortunately, the backing tracks that do exist have a little bit of the guitar bleed through on it. I know there's this isotope software. I should check that out. I should see if I could pull it off. Anyway, my prediction for Yes, I Have Ghosts is that it's going to be great. That this is going to be another album in step with On an Island, which was an unbelievably great, almost a concept album. It like kind of had a beginning, a middle, and end, and it had a feel to it, and it was more of a Pink Floyd album than the other two David Gilmour Pink Floyd, Momentary Binge of Treason and the Derision Bell or whatever it was. So, all of that being said, stuff like the last David Gilmour solo album, Rattle That Lock, Girl with the Yellow Dress, it's just hard for me to comprehend that this art is coming from the same guy. That he puts out this album that's like offensively bad. It's got these like nods to Pink Floyd. If you watch the videos, they're clones of stuff that Pink Floyd has already done. Like there's this gray video, and the animation borrows from Goodbye Blue Sky animated sequence off the wall. There's more upbeat numbers on it. It's more pop music, and it's really offensively bad to my ears. Like I listened to that album when it came out, and it was horrifically bad to me. Okay, then today I go over to David Gilmour's channel. There's some video about him returning to Pompeii, and they play some music off of this upcoming album, and I'm like brought to tears at how beautiful it is. It's like it's Pink Floyd music, and it's got that emotional quality to it. And apparently, some of the words weren't even that. The lyrics weren't even that bad. So this is where I'm just perplexed, and I don't understand why albums like Girl with the Yellow Dress, Rattle That Lock album. Why does that even exist? If you can write at that caliber of On an Island, those songs, and Yes, I Have Ghosts. Now, I know his daughter is going to appear on it singing. So, are we going to end up with two tracks that are hideously bad that should have belonged on Girl with the Yellow Dress album or Rattle That Lock album. That's my prediction. That there's going to be two pieces of music on this thing that are stink bomb, disco-y, or just not good. But maybe not. Maybe Yes I Have Ghosts is that the David Gilmour album that I've been waiting for, the one that I'm going to listen to for a year, you know, because it's so good. So that's my prediction. My prediction is this album is going to be great. David Gilmour, Yes I Have Ghosts. This is the album that Pink Floyd fans are going to be doing backflips for. And it's just a statement of how things are that, Roger Waters, as much as I put him on a pedestal, he hasn't really produced. I mean, he did "Is This the Life We Really Want," which was all right. I thought it borrowed a lot from other Pink. There was a lot of Pink Floyd elements that were copied and pasted into that album. And I did not list that album. Did not hold my attention. I did not listen to it. I do not consider it in the same caliber that the first few Roger Waters solo albums, being Pros and Cons, Hitchhiking, Radio Chaos, which I love, and Amused to Death, are very impressive pieces of work. Is This the Life We Really Want? It just did not click with me. I ended up not listening to it. I listened to it for a short period of time, maybe four or five times. Maybe I didn't listen to it enough. Okay, but and I don't want to sound conflicted, but it's like Waters has relied on his old material and retoured with it. And he does that because he needs to put butts in seats in order for him to go out and tour, to put on the caliber of show that he wants to put on, which is expensive, to say the least. He needs to have a guarantee that he's going to pack these auditoriums. And he can't do that with his new material. He simply can't do that. So you can kind of see why Roger Waters is frustrated, because if he was still in Pink Floyd, he could write new material and he wouldn't have to worry about that. People would come. So it's a mess. It's a really messed up situation, and I mean, what can I say? What can I say? I was born a human being on the planet Earth, and the rest of the people that I share the planet with, the stuff that they listen to, it's garbage. Most people, if you go and look at their record collection, now if it's a musician or a guitar player, that's a different story, and you do run into the exceptions that break the rule, but typically I've known some people who were Mr. Cool Guy who did Blow and had all these friends, and he was the everyone looked up to him. He was Mr. Big, and I get into his house and look at his collection and see all of the Three Doors Down, Britney Spears, all of the like just the worst of the worst music in his collection, and maybe find like two things in there where I would never buy them, but I can kind of like maybe give him a break for owning that. But everything else, and we're talking like hundreds of CDs collection. He had all of the Three Door Down and Matchbox 182s, all of the just the worst, live, just no. So head on over to David Gilmour, the official David Gilmour channel, and just remember my prediction that just from hearing what I did, this one song, that this album, my prediction, and I could be wrong, it could be closer to half and half, But see, I don't think that David Gilmour did well with Rattle That Lock. I don't think it really did very good. And I think perhaps that's why we're seeing what we're seeing with him returning to what people liked. Because I'm pretty sure that On an Island is wasn't just me. Everybody liked that album, right? I mean, it's great. So yeah, if you're a Pink Floyd fan and you haven't checked that out, uh, definitely get yourself a copy of On an Island. It's worth it. It's the best Dave Gilmour album, and I'm predicting that Yes, I Have Ghosts is going to rival that. If not, it's either gonna. I've got two sides to this. It's either gonna like be better than On an Island, and maybe have one or two of the Stink Bomb songs on there, or maybe have his daughter sing and yeah, have some of this disco stuff like he did on Girl with the Yellow Dress, or it's going to be the majority of the album is going to suck, and there's going to be one or two real soulful Pink Floyd style songs, which I don't think so. I don't see how he could write a song like this and then go, okay, I'm going to fill the rest of the album in with Girl with the Yellow Dress or Rattle That Lock type songs. You know, I don't see how he could. How in his right mind could he do that? I mean, I can see him being like, oh, I need to celebrate Polly some more, so I'm going to do this dance music or whatever, you know. Uh, it kind of just infuriates me why this guy can't figure it out and get back together with Waters. That he can't figure out that his work is just all over the place. And what he's missing is that guidance from the mastermind himself, Roger Waters. All right, you guys. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves and